Hello everyone and welcome back to the Common Sense Crypto channel. As with you always, this is Rich doing another video today on XRP. So I hope you're all having a wonderful day today wherever you are in this great world. We're going to talk about XRP. And aren't you all happy the weekend is here once again? This weekend I actually have to work, but I'm still going to bring you daily content. So we're looking at XRP on the one-day chart, sitting here just around 53.5 cents. And you know, I thought we were going to pull back down below 50 cents, but XRP right now is holding up pretty well. And you know, a lot of people are now saying we're going to see a major upswing for Bitcoin. If that happens, it's going to take XRP with it. But again, nobody could call these markets 100%. So it's kind of like you got to sit back and just wait and see what happens. Then there's this. Now in yesterday's video, I talked about the DXY and crypto. And if the US dollar falls, crypto rises. If the dollar rises, crypto falls. It's happened multiple times in the past. Every bull run that we ever went on, the DXY was always down. And you know, when it comes to the US dollar, you know, I go against their narrative because the Fed, they always say today's dollar is stronger than yesterday's dollar. I'm not falling for it. You know, right now the Fed is also pushing to create a digital dollar. We also know that the Treasury dollar is coming as well. So when they're already looking for something different inside of our own country, maybe it's time to realize that they're pulling away from the traditional dollar. They're looking for a reset. And that's what I think is coming. And you know, it's just like when Janet Yellen tells you to put your money in the bank, that's when it's time to get your money out of the bank. Because the banks aren't safe either. And that's why I try to tell people, you know, crypto is the best option. And other than crypto, if you don't like crypto, gold and silver. But the way I look at crypto is like this. If I store my money in it, eventually I could get very rich off of it. So why not keep my money there instead of the traditional banks? But I do believe the US dollar is definitely going to fall in value. It's just a matter of time. And this right here is why people are saying we're going to see a major upswing for Bitcoin. Take a listen to what Donald Trump says about Bitcoin.
China obviously has its own push in the Chinese digital currency. But isn't the next logical step for you to embrace Bitcoin? Because Bitcoin obviously is decentralized. The government can't get its hands on it. What about Bitcoin with all the young people, including African Americans, who are very interested in it?
Well, a lot of people are doing it. I always liked one currency. I call it a currency. I like the dollar. But a lot of people are doing it. And frankly, it's taken a life of its own. You probably have to do some regulation, as you know. But many people are embracing it. And more I'm seeing people wanting to pay Bitcoin. And you're seeing something that's interesting. So I can live with it one way or the other. I've always liked one really powerful thing, and that's called the dollar.
So Donald Trump likes the dollar. The problem I see right now is the current administration is rushing to the bottom on the dollar. Look at all the government spending. Every time that they threaten to shut down the government, what do they do next? They spend a hell of a lot of money. And I wouldn't have a problem with that if the money was spent inside the United States, but it's not. It's sent overseas. And you know, that's why I said a new currency is definitely coming. I really think we're going to see a CBDC in the United States before the next election, especially since Donald Trump said he's not for a CBDC. That's going to make this current administration want it even more. But take notice, he also said regulations. And when it comes to Bitcoin, I think they're going to put so many rules on Bitcoin, nobody's going to want to touch it. Nobody's going to want to hold it. And especially if BlackRock is manipulating the price of Bitcoin along the way as well. But the Bitcoin maxis right now are saying Donald Trump absolutely loves Bitcoin. He's saying it's going to be the next world's reserve currency. He didn't say that in any way. In fact, we all know better. Bitcoin's never going to be used inside the new financial system. It's just too slow and too expensive. And it goes against their other narrative. It's not green. And that's where XRP replaces Bitcoin. Biden announces more than 500 sanctions on Russia. You know, they haven't even realized yet. Every time they hit them with these sanctions, other countries are paying attention to this, and it makes them want to pull further and further away from the US dollar. They want to go in a whole different direction. This is only going to push Russia towards something like RippleNet and XRP, because they're already looking for an alternative to SWIFT at the same time. And if anything, this is just going to speed up the inevitable. In other words, they're going to speed up towards CBDCs. It happened in the past. Last time was back in 2022 when Russia announced the CBDC. I said, that's going to change the timeline. And sure as hell, it absolutely did. Everything got quick since then. And every single country was pushing towards a CBDC now. This most likely is going to push Russia to go speed up whatever direction they're going in. Now they're going to move in that direction even faster. But every single country's paying attention to this. It's not helping the US dollar's cause in any way. 3 of China's largest banks have stopped accepting payments from sanctioned Russian financial institutions. Is China getting a conscience? Honestly, I look at this as bullshit, because I think that, China's never going to come out and actually say this. If anything, they're going to still work with Russia behind the scenes. Russia and China are both part of BRICS. Whenever they create these narratives and they write these news articles, it's for the mainstream media and the normies out there that believe whatever they read. You gotta look at the much bigger picture. Zonix and Ripple partner to bring multi-asset tokenization onto the XRP ledger. Once again, we're pushing towards tokenization. Zonix, formerly known as Tacits, a pioneer in digital asset management, announced today its partnership with Ripple, an enterprise blockchain and crypto solutions provider. This strategic collaboration harnesses the robust, scalable infrastructure of the XRP ledger and seamlessly integrates it with Zonix cutting-edge tokenization platform as a service and tokenization lifecycle management solutions. Tokenization improves access to an asset class by reducing traditional barriers to entry, lowering costs, and eliminating geographical boundaries. Like I said, tokenization is going to start to pick up this year, and you want to be holding XRP when that happens, because we're going to see more and more value come to the XRP ledger over time. And before you know it, there's going to be multiple trillions of dollars sitting in value on the XRP ledger. It's just a matter of time. Ripple engaged in a survey with over 100 payment leaders. 77% of participants stated that blockchain payments are beneficial. 60% of participants highlighted regulatory uncertainty in the crypto space. Everybody wants to work with crypto. They want to utilize blockchain. What's holding them back is that regulatory uncertainty, the SEC. And, once that's done, everything's going to move so quick. And a lot of people don't understand that yet. They always think we're years and we're years away from everything. But if you haven't seen it yet, over the past 2 years, things have moved so fast. What would normally have taken 5, 6, 7 years got done in just 2 years. Look at CBDCs around the world today. The reason for halting XRP is because it has the potential to liberate the world from the control of the corrupt banking system. Take a listen to this.
Why are we not receiving electricity from the atmosphere or the vacuum of space freely? Peter Lindemann is an authority on the radiant energy Tesla was talking about, and he proposed 4 forces, actually. And the first being the banking system. And I know what some of you may think. Oh, here comes that guy with that Illuminati conspiracy theory. No, we're going to leave that behind. So in a free market economy, everybody is free to earn as much money as they like, but only in the form of the dollar or the euro or whatever currency you have. So you're never going to be paid in gold anymore, for example. So if I would have a system with which I can raise my own capital without borrowing it from a bank, the control of this banking system is lost. So naturally, they do everything to stop.
And that's exactly what they're doing. They're trying to stop you from pulling away from their corrupt banking system. That's exactly what you're doing when you put money into crypto. It's the same reason that they're trying to crush crypto. They don't want us in crypto at all, especially not the working person out there that's working a 9-to-5 job. Oh, God forbid if that guy gets rich, we got to keep him poor. But most of us woke up a long time ago and we said to ourselves, you know, hey, we got to get rich from something. We got to go against the grain. And that's what happened the day you invested in XRP. And eventually XRP is going to reward you for that in the form of a lot of money. And that's why I said, you know, that's what I love about crypto. Sure, when I got here, it was the wild, wild west. And I understand that we need regulations or no big financial institutions are ever going to want to touch crypto. But, you know, that's what brought us here. You know, we rolled the dice and came into this space. And most people, they woke up once they got here. They realized how corrupt the world actually is. And that was the one thing they never wanted you to see. I don't get it. Why XRP is feared by the bank cartel and stopped. But at the same time, it's the best friend of the IMF, World Bank, and other major institutions out there. This answers that question right here. I'll say this again. Ripple and XRP are supported by all central banks, BIS, IMF, World Bank, World Economic Forum, etc. Plenty of proof of this. They are fought by Wall Street mega banks that like to continue to extract fees from Nostro Vostro accounts, a leech on the world economy. And that's exactly what JP Morgan is. It's exactly what Goldman Sachs is. It's these people that just want to keep getting fees. And when something like Ripple came along and it eliminates the fees, that hurts them in their pocket. That's why they wanted to slow Ripple down. That's why we're still tied up in this lawsuit with the SEC. But it's not only Ripple tied up in that lawsuit. Look at what's going on right now with the SEC. Well, we know Ripple versus SEC in remedies phase. Coinbase versus SEC, pending motion for judgment on the pleadings. Binance versus SEC, pending motion to dismiss. Kraken versus SEC. Debtbox versus SEC. Gemini versus SEC. Dragon Chain versus SEC. And so on. And that's exactly what you're looking at right there is a major shakedown by the SEC. They're hoping most of this somehow just settles out and they get big lump sums from all of these companies. The problem is once all these companies realized, hey, Ripple's out there fighting against the SEC, we're going to go in that direction as well. Coinbase, they're definitely going to win against the SEC. Wait and see. Kraken most likely will as well. But that's how corrupt this government is. When they want to stop something in the United States, these big bankers, they get on the phone with these politicians. Then the politicians get on the phone with the SEC and they slow down innovation and they crush whatever it is any way they can. Because the big banks are filling the pockets of the politicians and the SEC at the same time. But you know, it's all coming to an end. And as it continues to come to an end, we're going to watch crypto take off like never before. Congratulations, Seamus Donahue. Medico's Chief Growth Officer starts a new position as VP of Growth at Ripple. So these people were never actually leaving Medico. They were just transitioning over into jobs at Ripple. And take a listen to what he says here.
Come for the crypto and stay for the tokenization.
Come for the crypto and stay for the tokenization. because they all know that tokenization is going to bring a lot of value. It's going to push the price of all of these cryptocurrencies that are tied to tokenization. It's not just going to be XRP. It's going to be HBAR. It's going to be Algo, XLM, XDC, IOTA. And look at Nexera. It's also built for tokenization. But this is the next big thing in crypto. After that, it'll be something else that's going to be massive. I really think that's going to be AI. And I'm glad that I invested in cryptocurrencies like XRP and HBAR early on. Because once AI and blockchain merge, that's going to be massive as well. You know, this space, once the excitement comes, it's going to be one of the greatest times in your life. And that's why I'm always telling you, just stay patient now. Good times are coming. You know, we're not going to be sitting here just above 53 cents forever. But until it all happens, stay patient, stay positive, and let's get rich together. With that said, I'm going to wrap up this video. I want to thank you all for watching. I appreciate all of you. I'll see you in the next one. Have a great night.